Welcome members, welcome viewers, welcome listeners. I'm Stephen Nicholson, CEO and President of RMA, the Rocky Mountain Association of Entrepreneurs. I'm Smith, and we're here to talk about economic recovery for entrepreneurs. I'm going to start with you, Antonio. Can you just tell us a little bit about your organization, about your position with OEDIT?
Yeah, let me start with I'm a connector for over quite some time already. And now I am the program manager for the Minority Business Office. And I'm representing also the Business Support and Rural Opportunities, which is a division of the Office of the Economic Development and International Trade, one of the government's offices, which is being tasked to grow a resilient economy where everybody thrives. That's the whole point.
That's awesome. That's having a state perspective on economic recovery is super important, and I know that there are a lot of challenges and a lot of obstacles that we have to get past to be able to make sure that the right people are getting access to the right care. So I'm super happy to have you here. Thank you so much for being here, Antonio. Jessica, with Connect for Health Colorado, will you just tell us a little bit about your organization and your position as well?
Yes, of course. My name is Jessica Smith. I'm the Community Partnership and Outreach Manager. So I work hard to make sure folks in Colorado know about Connect for Health in Colorado, Connect for Health Colorado, and what we do. So we are the state's official health insurance marketplace. So folks who don't get health insurance from an employer, don't receive health insurance, don't qualify for Medicaid or state programs, they can come to us and apply for financial help and purchase a private health insurance plan. We love working with RMAE because we know a lot of entrepreneurs and small business owners don't have the luxury of having, a employer just provide you with health insurance, or, and a lot of times make a little too much or a lot too much to purchase any or to qualify for Medicaid.
Totally. I as an entrepreneur came across that problem when I first started my first business. Was how do I get healthcare now? Because I used to have a job and used to get an hourly wage, and now that all of a sudden I'm not connected with that employer anymore, now everything is really scary because you have to kind of fend for yourself when it comes to healthcare. So I'm really excited to talk about some of the new opportunities you have with Connect for Health Colorado. Just as kind of like a foreshadowing, coming up in about 15 minutes, we also are going to be joined by Michael Beavis with the City and County of Denver. We're going to get all different aspects here. I've been so excited about this event. It's been a few weeks in the making, and we get to just sit down and talk about economic recovery. And I see little pieces of ways that businesses are starting to reopen and recover. And so it's really exciting to see everything start to open up. So very exciting news, but let's just start out with some of the things that you're offering with both of your organizations that are going to help entrepreneurs as far as recovery. Let's start with Antonio.
Yeah, our office, which we call it the MBO, the Minority Business Office, focus the effort in minorities, women, and veterans. We are mainly focused on the small business ecosystem, where the business owner is actually the center. So some of the things that we're making sure that we utilize is our vast network of opportunities, internally and externally. Some of the things that we have internally is we have a Small Business Development Center, which is the strong arm for, we call them SBDCs, but that's a strong arm for business support. From starting a company, growing it, and you name it. So I'm 2 months in the job, and the vast resources is immense. We also tap into our external partners. We make sure that our network of minority business support organizations provide services, but also we connect those services to the ultimate user, which is the business owner.
Thank you so much, Antonio. Yeah, it's a huge part of our economy, obviously, is small businesses. And even more importantly, is we need to be able to have those opportunities for minority business owners. So it's great that you're, heading this effort to provide access and resources to some of those groups that don't necessarily have those resources readily available. That's great. Jessica, can you tell us a little bit about what's coming down the pipeline with Connect for Health Colorado?
Yeah, of course. So for those who are not business owners and are just, contractors or entrepreneurs and do their own thing, the marketplace is an individual marketplace. So you can come on, that's us, Connect for Health Colorado. You can qualify for financial help, possibly. You can find a plan. And what we like to really focus on with entrepreneurs and small businesses is that we have a network of certified brokers who will really handle all of this for you, because we know, at no charge. We know that, the last thing on a lot of small business owner and entrepreneurs' minds is to learn about health insurance. So we're here to say you don't have to learn about it. We have an expert for you, and they're not going to charge you. They're going to walk you through everything. So if you are a small business that can't provide health insurance to your employees at the moment, you can send them to this person to help them enroll on the marketplace and see if they qualify for financial help. And so you're not just saying you're on your own. You can say, hey, I can't provide health insurance at this time, but I do have an expert. I do have a broker that I work with, and they'll walk you through everything and make sure you're getting everything that you qualify for in terms of financial help. On the other hand, our brokers will offer a variety of services. They'll come present to your whole staff if it's helpful, So you really can leave the education piece of health insurance off of your plate, because we know you have a lot of other stuff on your plate. And so, there's tons of options. You can we have HRAs where you're contributing a little bit, if you can contribute a little bit, and the brokers can just kind of handle that whole thing for you, help you figure out what's best for your business, and then help you execute it. And they do all the work. So, and it's at no cost. So that's what we really like to focus on with, entrepreneurs and small businesses. And, some things have changed with the passing of the American Rescue Plan by Biden's administration. And so, we're trying to get the word out to small businesses and entrepreneurs about a few things. One being that we usually have an open enrollment period that's November to January, and now we're open, and our doors are open until at least August, so people can come in.
That's a huge deal, because even the last time that we had this conversation, that was open through May. And so it was just that short little window. Mm-hmm. So the fact that it's moved now all the way out to August, that's huge for entrepreneurs.
Yes, it's huge. It is. And so also we have, thresholds of who qualifies for financial help. Well, when the American Rescue Plan passed, they added a ton more financial help. So people who came in and maybe saw that they didn't qualify and couldn't find something that was affordable, we're encouraging you to come back in, because there's more financial help available now, and you may qualify and see lower premiums. And the biggest one for me, when I think of small businesses, we know a lot of people had to lay off their employees, and we know how tight-knit a small business is and how hard that must have been. And one thing that it has come out of the American Rescue Plan to kind of help those folks who were laid off or who were fired or furloughed or whatever, if you received any unemployment benefits at any time in 2021, even if it was just for a week, you can come in to Connect for Health Colorado and get a free health insurance plan for the rest of the year. And it's we call it the second lowest cost silver plan. Sorry. It's basically a benchmark plan. So you could go up and get a, more coverage or lower deductible, things like that. And it would cost you a little bit, but our silver plans we have bronze below it, we have catastrophic below it. So this is like a good plan, and anyone who received unemployment benefits can come get this plan through Connect for Health Colorado for free for the rest of the year, like $0 premium. Yeah.
I remember when we were having a conversation last week and you mentioned this. How huge is that for every single person that has had some difficulty and it has had to go on unemployment? The fact that you can actually get a good healthcare plan completely free for the rest of the year. Like when we think about entrepreneur recovery or economic recovery, we think about ways that businesses can make more money and get more customers. But what we also don't realize is some of these other needs, the fact that those are paid for, that's recovery in itself. Like that translates to a lot of dollars every single month, being able to have just that peace of mind of having healthcare. Because I know that there are a lot of entrepreneurs that either they skip healthcare because they think that they just can't afford it right now. And it's one of those things, I'll do it when I can afford it. But you can't anticipate when some of those things happen.
And saying that, if you may have been in that position and looked and saw that you can't afford it, and so put it down on the priorities. But like now with the American Rescue Plan, there's more financial help available, so it's worth going in and seeing if maybe it now is affordable to you. And yeah, if you received unemployment, or if you know somebody who did, or if you had to lay off somebody who did and it broke your heart, let them know that there's some recovery, there's some help out there.
That is huge. That's the start of recovery right there is just taking a few steps, getting back on to Connect for Health Colorado and seeing where you're at, because things have changed in the last couple of months. So as always, I encourage people, highly encourage them. All of you that if you don't have health insurance, please get on to Connect for Health Colorado. See what they can offer. There's so many benefits. Not only peace of mind having healthcare, but the fact that it can be free for the rest of the year, possibly. That's huge. That's amazing. So Antonio, Jessica, let's just kind of have a little bit of a conversation. We're waiting for just a few more minutes for Michael to get on, but this is kind of a curveball question. So if you don't have a correct answer, I'll jump in as well. But what does recovery look like for you in your organization, and how you see it for entrepreneurs as well? Like, are you seeing anything that is kind of signaling change, or is kind of giving us this idea that recovery is here and it's time to start opening back up?
Well, in my position it's been a blessing, because I'm looking at the numbers of companies created, the startups, and it's booming everywhere I ask. As I mentioned before, one of the strongest arms is the small business development centers. We have 15 around the state, and full-time, and 70 part-time, and 300 consultants, and they're indicating that startups are booming. That also brings to the conversation we were having about insurance, is by not having that cost, it provides you the opportunity to invest and jump in an idea or something, because either you're getting unemployment, you're getting covered by health, but also it feels like the road ahead is paving a lot of opportunities. I would like to bring to the attention is that everybody needs to contact their local SBDC just to make sure they get the proper help, the proper business organization, everything they need to be successful. But also, if you're growing, this is a good opportunity to be connected, because we're providing, for example, the Procurement Expo. This is an opportunity to meet vendors, to network, and it's going to be next week on April 28th from 9 to 10. And it's another stream of revenue that you can have in your plate.
Definitely. And Antonio, I've had my eye on this Procurement Expo for a couple of months now, because what we've been doing with RMA, we've been doing a lot with procurement. We've been trying to find opportunities for our entrepreneurs in ways that they would be able to be eligible for working with the government. Sometimes it's very difficult to be able to have those opportunities, because often in business it's who you know, right? And so trying to make those connections and doing that networking can be a challenge sometimes. And so it's also kind of a big task for small businesses or entrepreneurs to think about, is my business even capable or qualified for working with the government? It's not even something that crosses small business minds. So, we've done a couple of events already. We've done with PTAC, we've done with DEDO, and we're really trying to provide those procurement opportunities. So this expo coming up on the 28th, it is a virtual expo, I believe. This is a huge opportunity for entrepreneurs, and being able to get in the room and have conversations with the people that are making decisions and have those contract opportunities. So, this is something that I've been looking at for my group and for entrepreneurs as well, as just a great opportunity for networking.
We are creating. We're gonna launch our learning management platform. We are creating a lot of videos and a lot of opportunities for business owners to educate themselves in their own time. So we're trying to make it very easy and affordable. Actually, it's free and accessible for them to have this opportunity. Like you said, as a business owner, you have to wear many hats, and sometimes it feels like overwhelming even to have to do something else, like paying insurance, paying taxes, and things like that. But I believe this is an opportunity that is worth exploring, because it can open the revenue avenue for your business. And what I believe a business owner should be is aware of having solid foundation and good organization, because once you start exploring the procurement field, um, you, you can explode in growth. So you better be ready, because this could be very good, but at the same time very bad if you're not organized.
It's one of those things where you have to be ready to get to work, because there's plenty of opportunities there. It's always great when a business has so much business that they have to figure out what to do with it. That's kind of what procurement can be sometimes for some of these businesses, but that's a great problem and a great challenge to have, is how do I scale? How do I grow so that I can be available for some of these opportunities?
Um, Procurement, there's so much opportunity either at the local level, state level, or even federal. Like you said, we do have consultants that provide support and guide business owners to get their certifications they need. I hope my one of my friends at work is on, because she and another coworker did amazing work in overhauling our website. So right now, business owners can go to mbocolorado.com and you know um, get a lot of information, basically step by step, the requirements, the legibility, and do kind of like the pre-work to make sure that you know what you're facing, but also the opportunities that you're missing if you're not in that path.
That's amazing. That's mbocolorado.com, right?
Yes,
We'll
sir.
make sure to get that link posted down below in the comments, so that they'll have access to go there. But yeah, these procurement opportunities, there are opportunities all over the place, and it's just a matter of knowing where to look for them. So step one, let's get into this expo. It's the procurement expo with OEDIT. It's available the 28th, so next week. And can people sign up for that, Antonio?
I just posted in the chat the link for
Perfect.
the official site. It is free. Please sign up. It is on the 28th from 9 to 10. Um, Registrations will be closing very soon. So take this opportunity for this virtual event. We have opportunities or videos in English and Spanish. Um, there is actually a, a great opportunity for to connect and see what our partnership with CDOT is doing, what they're looking for, what you need to be ready, and the opportunities that people are missing out, especially with this good contracts.
That's amazing, Antonio. Just to jump back to healthcare, Jessica, can you tell people where they can go to sign up and see what their options are for healthcare if they don't have it right now?
Yes. So our website is www.connectforhealthco.com. And when you go to our website, if you just scroll down about halfway through the page, it says Browse Plans. We have a tool there where you can anonymously, before you go into the application, like it doesn't ask you any contact information or anything. You put in your first name, your income, your zip code, and I think that's it. And we now have a little box on there where you can check if you received unemployment at all during the year, and it will pop up with you. It'll give you an estimate of how much you'll be paying a month. It'll tell you what plans are available in your area. It'll tell you if you qualify for that $0 plan. And so that's where I always recommend starting. So you just go to our website and scroll down and click Browse Plans, because then you can see if it's like something you really want to pursue. And then I'll put in the chat so you can put it in the comments where you can get the free help I was talking about. So once you decide, we definitely encourage you reaching out to one of our enrollment centers, because they'll do it over the phone. They're doing everything virtual now. And so they can make sure you're getting all the financial help and you're not missing any boxes or anything, or so that, and they are also the people you can contact if you'd like to have kind of a partner, for lack of a better word, to be your insurance person that I was talking about earlier, so that you can just either refer folks to them or have them come speak to your people and, just help you with everything. So definitely start by looking at that tool on our website, and then we'll put the URL in the chat or in the comments so you guys know how to contact somebody who can help you out for free over the phone.
That's perfect. And you guys make it so simple. Like the fact that I feel like with a lot of people that are online, if you have to put in too much of your contact info, you have that concern that, okay, what kind of spam am I going to be sent?
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that you just put in your name and you can, just a few little items, and you can already kind of get an idea of what you're looking at. That's
it's a good screener, to decide what's right for you. And I can't really speak for COBRA too much, but I will say from the American Rescue Plan, they are subsidizing COBRA as well. So if your employer offered you COBRA, that's going to be free as well. And theirs is until November. So, that's why I say contact one of these folks, because they can tell you, is it better for you to stay on your COBRA? Is it better for you to see if this, free plan through Connect for Health Colorado, is it better for you to take that? They can really walk you through everything, because, there's so much help available right now because of our new administration and the American Rescue Plan, that you don't want to miss anything and you don't want to make the wrong choice. And like I said, you don't have to know everything about health insurance, because these people do, and they'll do it for you.
And I love that, because that's kind of the same principle that we have with RMA, is that you don't have to be an expert in business to be able to start a business. You don't have to be an expert in healthcare to be able to sign up for the right healthcare that's right for you. And so the fact that you have these brokers, that they're the experts, they'll take your situation. They know exactly what is going to be best for you, because they've seen this hundreds, thousands of times probably.
And they know about business too. So like not only individually, but they can say, it's a better move for you to just send your people individually through the marketplace, or it's a better move if you do a group, or like, they'll look at your situation and let you know what makes sense and help you execute it, so you don't have to do much.
That's great. Making it, I think that's the important thing, especially when we're getting back to recovery, is making things simple. Like, get online, talk to these brokers, and figure out exactly what to go from there. From the state side, Antonio, you get online, you sign up for this procurement expo, and there are people there that you can have conversations with and talk to that can, I'm sure they'll be able to guide you exactly through the steps that you need. So yeah, that's super exciting. I'm going to try to pull Michael into the conversation here. Hang on one second. Let's see. It doesn't look like he is in the waiting room yet. So yeah, we'll just keep talking, and we'll see if he shows up. Otherwise, we'll just talk about economic recovery amongst us. So yeah, I'll start. I think the question that I was asking earlier, I kind of see the tide changing, and I've seen this over the last probably 2 to 3 months or so. Even as we've been working on procurement, it just seems to me, and this is just from the business owners and the entrepreneurs that I've been talking to, that I've been interacting with, in the pop-up shops and some of the events that I've been going to. People are ready to get back out and start opening up. And now that vaccinations, which we talked with DPHE with a few weeks ago, now that they're open to anybody 16 years and up, and people are starting to get vaccinated, I think there's a little bit of less anxiety and fear around that danger of spreading COVID. And now that we all know the proper social distancing and the proper ways to handle some of these things, there's a lot of organizations now that they're mainly focused on digital signage is one example. Digital signage is there in a lot of these buildings, so that you don't have to go in and have to touch or do any of these manual processes. There's things from automatic temperature checks, even manual temperature checks. Like, there are ways now for people to actually be able to interact safely in an environment where social distancing is still respected. So to me, I really think that things are starting to change as far as the want to open back up. And I think that there's also a change for businesses to really start growing and figuring out new innovative ways to handle our new situation. I feel like we're in a new environment, and there are definitely many ways that people need to start thinking differently about things and figuring out how to overcome that. Have either of you seen anything like that, or have any examples of ways that you can kind of see things changing over the last few months, even the last 3, 4, or 5 months?
Well, it seems like we have been on hold for too long. So as humans, we try to find to adapt and to find better ways to do things. In our office, we've been working nonstop since the pandemic started, and self-service, communication, video conference, and everything has been adapted to make sure that we continue the work. Yes, in the past 2 3 months, the explosion of new businesses is very clear. There is a positive sentiment in the entrepreneurial space. A lot of companies are being created, but also in new platforms have been put at our disposal, at our reach. For example, on the procurement expo, we're gonna talk about how to deal with procurement during the pandemic. So that is a game changer. So there's other tools, there are other opportunities and avenues to explore. We launched a startup Colorado. This is a social platform created just for entrepreneurs to connect and get information among them, but also have access to resources, scholarships, and grants. Again, I think as a human, we try to adapt and get the best out of that. It took us a little bit of time because I feel people were afraid of this virus. But once we getting vaccinated, and getting to that point, And to be honest, we are living a very fortunate state. Our governor has done great things since day one of the pandemic, and here we are. I think we're benefiting from those good steps early on.
That's great. Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think that, there's definitely, you can see the way that things are changing now. And I think that with the pandemic, kind of now that we've had almost a year of having to adjust to this new way of interacting and, being around each other. With that comes new innovative ideas, like I was talking about with digital signage. But there are always new avenues and new ways to conduct business. And I feel like that's something that we've been taught in the last year, is that as business owners and just as citizens, we're capable of a lot more than we could even imagine. So the fact that people have adapted the way that they have to something that could have potentially been crippling to our economy. The fact that we've been able to adapt, that's really encouraging for everybody that's gotten through it, and even the people that have gotten some bumps and bruises along the way. We're still standing, we're still strong, we're still here, and we're finding new ways to do things. So that's really encouraging. For I don't think that we're gonna have Michael on today, so we'll kind of wrap this up a little bit. Antonio, can you just tell me again how people can get involved with the Procurement Expo one more time, where the website is, and then kind of can you give me just a little overview, a little brief preview of what is going to be covered in that expo?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I just posted the link. Please register. It's a great opportunity for you to meet um, vendors, to meet suppliers, to have a bigger network. It is also a good opportunity to get a lot of new customers that are ready to purchase, ready to participate. Again, we're gonna have great speakers. We're gonna talk about how to procure, how to do procurement during pandemic, the experiences, the new tools. We are going to unveil our online learning platform. This is going to be key for technical assistance on demand. So please check it out. It's going to be in English. It's going to be in Spanish. Hopefully, I will have the opportunity to promote this in Spanish as well. But registrations are going to be closing very soon. So keep it up. We also have the opportunity to hear the mayor of Aurora. So, and there are great things coming. I'm not gonna spoil it, but also we'll be talking about our website. Our website is being redesigned. It is user oriented. So take advantage of all the opportunities we have available for you and help us reach out more business owners.
Thank you so much, Antonio. And Jess, can you just tell us one more time, how do we get involved with Connect for Health Colorado?
Sure. I'm definitely going to recommend that anybody who has a question, whether it be about their business's situation or themselves individually, speak to one of our experts. The link will be in the comments, I believe. So definitely reach out, because we're in the process of updating all this information about the unemployment, the free plans for unemployment, the extended deadline to August 15th, more financial help that's available. We're in like turbo mode trying to update all of our websites. So you might not be able to find everything yourself immediately. These experts already know all of this stuff and they know how to navigate it, and they will help you. And it doesn't cost you anything to call them and just say, here's my situation. So definitely, you can look on our website who our Spanish speaking brokers are. And you were speaking about one, cool thing that came out, or something cool that came out of the pandemic. A lot of times we didn't have Spanish speaking assisters all over the state. Now you can call one of the Spanish speaking brokers and you don't have to be in the same town as them because they all have the technology to help. So yeah, just if you have any questions, if you have any, you want to explore any of this for your business or for yourself, get in touch with these certified experts, because they're here to help, and you don't need to add that onto your plate.
Thank you so much, Jessica and Antonio, for being here today. It's so exciting to see the economy starting to recover, and with that, the backbone of the economy, I always say this, the backbone is small businesses. You know, all of us as small businesses and entrepreneurs, we all have a part to play in recovering the economy. We have a responsibility, but we also have ways that we can get help. And so these are two prime examples with the Office of Economic Development and International Trade. Not only the Procurement Expo, but there are other ways that they can help from the state side and from the healthcare side. Connect for Health Colorado has so many opportunities available. So thank you so much for being here. If you guys just want to stay on, we can chat after after we're done with the program here. I'm just gonna, one last thing. Thank you so much for being here. Hang on one second. Let's try that again. Technical difficulties. There we go. Thank you so much for everybody that tuned in, either listening or viewing. Economic recovery is here. RMA is here to help. So go to www.rmae.co. If you're not a member or you haven't signed up yet, please do so. Registration is completely free. We have so many things coming down the pipeline. We have great talks with people that are so connected in ways that you may not even think of as a business owner. So go to the website, get signed up. I also just wanted to plug one last thing. Thank you so much to Jessica for being here, but also Connect for Health Colorado made this event possible by sponsoring it. So please go to their website. Make sure that you have all of the options that you need for healthcare. You know, even if in the last few months you've signed up and you didn't think that you had those options available, things have changed since then, and things are going to continue to change. So, you know, please do what you can to make sure you have the right healthcare, make sure you have the right resources with the state and with the city. And yeah, I'm excited to see all of us grow together. Thank you so much for being here. And until next time, let's go to the outro.